First thing we're going to start off with the inspection of the lenses. My clearance side lenses at the top.
Okay.
They're not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts.
Those lenses, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Okay.
They're clear in color, but the bulbs are amber.
Okay.
My headlight lens, not cracked, broken,
Okay.
securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts.
Okay.
Clear in color, no moisture built up.
Okay.
Turn signal lens,
Turn
not
signal
cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, amber in color.
Gotcha.
Coolant reservoir,
Yep.
not cracked, broken, not leaking, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts.
Gotcha.
The cap is fully tight,
Gotcha.
and it's filled the proper level, as you can see here.
Yes, sir.
Maximum, low.
Yes, sir.
Then we're gonna hop on the other side.
Okay.
Washer fluid reservoir, not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, not leaking, cap fully tight,
Gotcha.
filled the proper level.
Gotcha.
Power steering fluid reservoir, not cracked, broken, not leaking, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, the cap is fully tight,
Gotcha.
filled the proper level. Engine oil reservoir, not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, the cap is fully tight, filled the proper level, and I know that because I would check it with the dipstick every day.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Next up is fluid and air leaks.
Okay.
My fluid hoses are free of any cuts and cracks, secured with the proper fittings, no leaks.
Gotcha.
The engine bay looks dry and there's no puddles forming underneath the truck.
Absolutely.
The air hoses are right here,
Okay.
free of any cuts and cracks, secured with the proper fittings, no audible leaks.
Okay.
Steering system. This is my steer rod.
Steer rod.
Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent. No
Uh-huh.
more than 2 inches of free play. Secured at both ends with U-joints that are well lubricated.
Okay.
This is my gearbox.
Gearbox.
Gearbox is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent.
Okay.
Fully secured, full sets of nuts and bolts. No leaks, well lubricated.
Okay.
Gearbox hose.
Gearbox hose. Okay.
Free of any cuts and cracks. Secured with the proper fittings. No leaks.
Okay.
Right here is the pitman arm.
Pitman arm. Okay.
Pitman arm is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, secured with the castle nut and carter pin.
What's the function of this pitman arm?
It helps move the tire.
The tie rod.
All of these.
All of these.
All
okay.
of this is your steer system.
Okay. All right.
This turns the steering wheel.
Steering. Okay.
Or the steering wheel turns this, gets translated to here, moves all this, and this turns your tire.
And what was this? Sorry.
Gearbox.
Gearbox. Okay.
Okay, drag link. Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, secured at both ends with castle nut carter pin.
Okay.
Swing arm over here.
Swing arm.
Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, secured with castle nut carter pin.
Okay.
Tie rod all the way at the bottom back there, the round one,
Uh-huh.
is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, secured at both ends with castle nut and carter pin.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Next up is steering axle.
Okay.
So, my tire. My tire is free of any cuts and cracks, no nails. The tread should be driven evenly with no bubbles or wire poking from the top. The tread depth on these tires should be no less than 4/32 and 2/32 on all my other tires.
Okay.
And I would check that with the tread depth gauge every day.
Gotcha. Okay.
These should be fully inflated to factory recommendation. These tires are good for 100 to 110 PSI.
Absolutely.
And I would check that with the air gauge every day.
Okay. The lug nuts.
Rims.
Rims.
Rims are not cracked, broken. Ventilation holes clean and clear of any debris, and the lug nut holes are not oval.
Okay.
Now, the lug nuts are all present, no shiny spots, no rust, and no broken stud.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next up is springs, mounts, airbag, shocks. This is my leaf spring.
Leaf spring. Yep.
Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, well aligned.
Okay.
Leaf spring mount. Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts.
Gotcha.
My mounting pad over here is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, securely mounted with the two U-bolts and a spacer in between.
Okay.
My shock absorbers right here.
Yep.
Not cracked, broken, securely mounted at the top to the chassis with full sets of nuts and bolts. It's connected to the bottom with U-joints that are well lubricated.
Gotcha.
It's not illegally welded or bent, no leaks.
Okay.
I do not have airbags on my steering axle,
Uh-huh.
so I don't need to inspect for them.
Okay.
But before I move on, I'm gonna make sure that my truck is not leaning to either side and it's sitting level.
Okay.
Next up is my brake hose.
Brake hose. Okay.
My brake chamber hose right here is free of any cuts and cracks,
Okay.
secured with the proper fittings, no audible leaks.
Gotcha.
Brake contaminants. Inside here, I'm checking to make sure that the brake drums and brake shoes are free of any grease and oil that would prevent my truck from braking properly.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna close up the hood.
Okay.
Inside a vehicle. Inside a vehicle. Lenses and reflectors.
Okay.
This is my four-way flasher lens.
Okay.
Not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, clear in color, but the bulbs are amber.
Yep.
I have a door light right here. The
Uh-huh.
lens is not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, red in color.
Gotcha.
My clearance light, not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, amber in color.
Gotcha.
Turn signal, not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, amber in color.
Gotcha.
Tail light, or my marker lens right there, is not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, red in color.
Okay. All right.
Traffic monitoring devices. My side mirror and my spotter mirror, not cracked, broken.
Okay.
No illegal stickers on it, adjusted to my driver view.
Okay.
My side mirror brackets, spotter mirror brackets are not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, fully secured, full sets of nuts and bolts.
Okay.
My battery box is not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts. I should have no less than 3 batteries in here.
Okay.
The terminal should always be clean and there should be no corrosion, in good working condition.
Okay.
Fuel and def tank.
Okay.
Fuel tank is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent. No leaks. Secure. The cap is securely tight, and it's securely held in place with this metal strap and a rubber strap in between to prevent metal grind. My def tank.
Def is differential?
Def. No, it's diesel exhaust fluid.
Diesel exhaust fluid. Okay.
The def tank is not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, no leaks.
Okay.
The cap is fully tight. I would make sure both of these are filled to proper levels on the inside gauges of my truck.
Okay.
So frames, I have a tractor frame and I have a trailer frame.
Okay.
My tractor frame is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent. My cross members are not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent. They are all held together, full sets of nuts and bolts.
Cross members. Okay. All right.
Trailer frame is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, always stays in place. Cross members, not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, always stays in place. Up here is my wood floor.
Okay.
Free of any chips, no missing planks, no holes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Combination vehicles only.
Okay.
Air hoses. Air hoses are free of any cuts and cracks, no audible leaks, not too long, not too short. Securely mounted to the spring hanger.
Okay.
I have 2 lines, blue line for service, red line for emergency.
Okay. Blue
My
line is for
electric
service
wire.
Okay, electric wire.
Free of any cuts and cracks, no bare wire.
What's the electric
not too
wire
long,
for?
not too short, securely mounted to my spring hanger.
Okay.
What do you mean?
What's the electric wire for?
It runs all the lights.
Lights. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Connectors. At the end are my glad hands. My glad hands are not cracked, broken, no missing gasket, no audible leaks, securely connected to my trailer at all times.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
5th wheel and skid plate. This is my 5th wheel platform right here.
Okay.
Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, no missing pin.
Okay.
My skid plate up here
Okay.
is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, well lubricated and securely mounted with the safety pin.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kingpin, apron, and gap. So, that solid piece of metal sitting on top of the skid plate is my apron. It is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent.
Okay.
The gap, the gap between the apron and the skid plate right here, I should see no daylight shining through.
Okay.
My kingpin is currently located inside of that skid plate. We cannot see it.
Okay.
But it is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent.
Okay.
So locking and safety devices.
Yeah.
There's a gap right in there. My locking jaws are in there. They are not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent. Well lubricated, and they lock properly.
Okay.
My safety pin and my pull release arm are next. My pull release arm is right here. Not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent. Should always be in the locking position. And my safety pin right here
Yeah.
is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, securely holding the fifth wheel platform and the skid plate together.
Okay.
Now we're gonna finish off with landing gear. So we're gonna hop on the other side.
Uh-huh.
My landing gear handle is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, always stays in place. My landing gear leg right here,
Yep.
not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, easy up, easy down. The shoe is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent, in good working condition.
Okay.
And the bracket is not cracked, broken, not illegally welded or bent.
Gotcha.
My clearance, my landing gear are raised to proper level to where I don't have to worry about anything hitting it from the road.
Okay.
And the fifth wheel platform is set in a way I can fully turn my truck left, fully turn it right,
Okay.
without the backside of this truck hitting my landing gear.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All
Next
right.
up is reflective tape. My DOT tape that runs the side of my trailer is always clean, always shiny, always present, and it's a proper color.
Okay.
The reflective DOT tape on the backside of my truck is always clean, always shiny, always present, proper color.
Gotcha. Okay.
Lenses and reflectors on the rear of trailer. Clearance lights, not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, red in color.
Gotcha. Okay.
The tail lights for braking and turn signals are not cracked, broken, securely mounted, full sets of nuts and bolts, red in color. And then the reflectors right in between both of them
Uh-huh.
are not cracked, broken, securely mounted, and they are red in color.
Okay.
And that completes the outside inspection.
Oh, wow. Very nice.